we've reached a stage in our evolution where people don't ask these questions. They only know that they suffer and they want an immediate solution, which is, something like an antidepressant or whatever. And that's what we've created with a materialistic interpretation of the universe. Wisdom traditions tell us we suffer because, in fact, in the Eastern wisdom tradition, we suffer 5 causes. Not knowing who we are, number 1. Not knowing the nature of reality. No isolated self. Clinging and grasping at experience which is ephemeral. Experience is ephemeral, it's transient, you can't catch it. Then we also recoil from that if it's unpleasant. We confuse ourselves with our ego identity, which is socially induced, and we fear death. Those are the 5 causes of suffering. So wisdom traditions say you have to figure out what is reality. And when you figure out what is reality, and you can't do that at 16 unless you have been groomed, in wisdom traditions, you were groomed for wisdom. And that started what we call self-education.
So let's go through those 5 things. Number 1.
Not knowing reality. Reality is not local, it's infinite. That you are infinite, you're at one level.
I'm everything and nothing.
You're everything and nothing, and actually you experience love. Love not as a sentiment, but the ineffable interconnectedness with all that exists.
Number 2.
Number 2, clinging, grasping that which is ungraspable. Every experience is ungraspable. So the awareness of an experience is not the experience. Awareness of a thought is not a thought. The awareness of a thought is independent of the thought. If you identify with the awareness instead of the thought, which is like a cloud going through the sky, you don't either attach yourself to it or you don't identify with it. It takes training. So, and in the Rig Veda, let noble thoughts come to me from every side, because your thoughts are not your production. Your thoughts are socially constructed and they recycle through you, and yet we identify with them. So number 2 is identifying with that which is ephemeral, transient, ungraspable. We are talking about 2 different things. We're talking about consciousness as a fundamental reality, and then we're talking about the instrument that we call the brain. Now, I should say to you, though, that what I'm saying is not necessarily accepted by mainstream science, but mainstream science cannot answer the hard problem of consciousness or where experience happens. 3, recoiling from experiences that we interpret as unpleasant.
Okay.
But see, once again, the awareness of the experience is not the experience. So once you can observe the experience, you're free of the experience. You don't identify with the experience. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Passing by the screen of my consciousness like a cloud in the sky. I'm not the cloud, I'm the sky. I'm not the play on the screen, I'm the screen. Consciousness itself is not subject to time. Only, time is an experience we have as soon as we have subject-object split. So as soon as there's subject-object split, which is artificial, in nature is a unified activity, then time is born. The experience of time is born. Anytime you recoil or deny, resistance creates even more stress. So what we call stress is resistance to existence in the moment. Okay. If you don't resist experience in the moment, it's passing by. It's not a mindset. It's a step in awareness. The awareness of the mind is not the mind. Who is it or what is it that knows a thought? That is what you need to shift to.
Okay.
Once you shift from the experience to the awareness in which the experience is happening, you're independent of it. It's a process. A shift in identity. We started with that. A shift in identity from your assumed self to your fundamental self. which is infinite, which is without cause, which is not subject to birth and death, which is spaceless, timeless, incomprehensible, infinite, irreducible, and fundamental. Looking at the projection of yourself.
Of myself, yeah, okay. So
You're looking at the projection of yourself.
Which is very
You're
hard to
looking
do.
at your avatar. So we don't know who we are. You're confused yourself with your avatar. And the battle is all between avatars wanting importance. The creativity is the opposite of determinism. If you don't want to be a biological robot or an algorithm, which is what we are now, we are biological algorithms, biological robots, and that's, by the way, part of our evolution. It's not something, all animals, but the animals have an advantage. They live in the present moment. But you and I have an imagination that can see into the future, that can even look at death, as the culmination of this life experience. We regret the past, we anticipate the future, we're never in the present, when this is the only place we are right now is the present. There's no way to escape it, but in our imagination we escape it. So the worst use of imagination is stress. The best use of imagination is creativity. Creativity is a disruption in the algorithm. It's a discontinuity, fundamental creativity, not, usual innovation like iPhone 13 instead of iPhone 12 with a better camera. That's not what creativity is. Creativity is a death and a resurrection. It's a death of context, meaning, relationship, and story, and a new meaning, relationship, and story. Whether that's fundamental creativity. That's Einstein coming up with the theory of relativity, or the quantum physicists breaking every rule that we knew in Newtonian physics, or a great piece of art, Beethoven's Fifth. These are original creativity is a disruption in the algorithm. Every moment you have a choice to repeat the past or be a pioneer of creativity of the future. Point number 4, confusing your selfie with yourself, your ego identity.
And number 5 is death.
Death. But all
Fear
of
of
them have one solution. First one, find out who you are. Transcendence.
How does one transcend?
Here's another thing. There's no system of thought, religion, philosophy, or science that will get you into knowing true reality, because systems of thought are just that, systems of thought. What is it that gives rise to thought? That is what you want to know. And that's been the eternal quest in spiritual traditions. I'm not talking about religious dogma or ideology. These days it's very fashionable for people to say, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. It means the same thing. When you have a spiritual experience, number 1, transcendence. You find your identity beyond space and time. Number 2, emergence of Platonic values like truth, goodness, beauty, harmony, named after Plato, or love, compassion, joy, equanimity. And number 3, loss of the fear of death. Take some time every day to be unoccupied. Even spiritual pursuit is an occupation. So take a little bit of, I think it was Kafka or somebody who said, all of humanity's problems come from our inability to sit quietly and do nothing. We're always doing. We're human doings. We're not human beings anymore. It starts a process. We begin to ask yourself, who am I? I reflect on these questions every day. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? What am I grateful for? And who am I without these constructs? It's a big mystery, right? Who you are. Ultimately, you realize you're the awareness in which all experience happens. But you're not the experience. The experience is in time. You are not in time.